It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims to Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom.
Boom.
What's up?
Good to see you, man. I hope
How
you
you
feel.
doing?
I'm feeling better than you. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm positive.
The last time I saw you, you were throwing up. So yeah, that was a little.
Hold on, I need my coffee.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Everybody get the coffee. Fuck cancer. Annie, how you doing? You're out there. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, we started a little early today. Tom's got a doctor's appointment at 9, so yeah, he's feeling better. I can tell by the way he's acting, he's feeling better.
Yo, you there?
Yeah.
So,
So wait, good.
dude, it's been a journey.
Yeah, it's been a minute. What's up?
I'm not that Friday was a challenge, but
Well,
sorry
yeah,
about that. I got to apologize to everybody. Sorry I wasn't in my usual position to be in and whatnot for all you guys.
hey, you know what?
I tried. I couldn't. I
sick.
didn't make it. I'm glad I said. Glad it happened when it did.
Yeah, I'm glad you made it home and got back to sleep.
Oh, that was a whole nother story. It took me a day to get home.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine, she gave me ivermectin.
Yeah. Is that the stuff that they use on horses? Yeah. I was talking. I think I know what you're talking about,
Mike.
And-
I could physically feel myself getting better.
Yeah.
No, legit. Like I'm amazed. But what is that? What is that drug? I've never had it in my life.
So it
Oh
removes.
my god.
Yeah, it removes. Listen, it's gonna freak you. It's made for horses, right? It's there to remove parasites and anything that's in their blood that might make them sick.
Okay.
Don't take it a lot because it's really bad
No,
for your liver.
I didn't.
Yeah. If you take it like every time you get sick, is what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's bad for your liver. But other than that, every now and then, it's like it cures COVID.
I took one pill, Mike,
Yeah,
and I tell you,
I know.
I still felt sick, but it wasn't sick getting worse. It was
Right.
sick getting better.
Right.
It's the strangest thing. But Mike, I feel so much better today than I did Friday.
Well, you sound 100% better, man.
I spent yesterday coughing. Yesterday was a coughing day.
Yeah.
But today it seems like okay. Like
Did you watch
I'm at the end of it already.
Yeah, you sound like you are. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you watch any good movies or anything?
I watched I started watching Band of Brothers.
Oh man, you never seen that before?
I've seen like 20 times.
It's one of those ones you can't get all. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like Private Ryan, like Saving Private Ryan. I can't. Once I started, I don't give. I know how it's going to end out, but I just still love it. Hey, I sent you
Yeah.
the dates and everything like that, so you have everything. So like February 5th is a Commonwealth will file certificate of compliance. I don't know if you have to be there for that, but there's a motion hearing on the 6th. Like, so just kind of, I guess we got to go through this together and figure out what days you want to go and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, do you have it in front of you?
one thing I'm pulling it up. The
Yeah.
one thing that the cold is it's very hard to focus. Like it's hard to.
Oh, okay. You got a foggy head?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, man. Then we'll take it slow.
I'm working it. Here we go. I got it. Woof.
And I also sent you over an X the whole Google Docs.
Oh my. Sleuthy goosey. My God, Mike.
You see that? So if you need to like refer back to anything at all,
Anything. Oh
any,
my God. Let me share this so everyone knows.
yeah, I put it out there. Someone was asking about. I was in a chat this morning. Someone was asking for something, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get my sleuthy and just put it up there. And a bunch of people are using it now. You know, yeah.
This is a lot of information here from.
Yeah. Look at the
Sleuthy goosey put this together here.
yeah.
She's done this before. I think she added to it, right, Mike?
Well, she adds to it every time. Now, I don't know if she's going to start a 2.0, but there's everything you need right there. And you look to the right, there's all the PDFs to it and everything.
Okay, these are links to the specific things.
Everything, anything you need, it is here, dude. It's like down the bottom here. It's like the trial. Look at the bottom toolbar. See the timeline, trial exhibits, who's who, witnesses, documents, discovery, law enforcement. You know, just awesome.
Amazing work,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. I mean, she just kept it up.
All right, so this here is the timeline,
right? And then go down. Yep, go down the bottom.
Go to the trial timeline.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
Look at this stuff. I mean, every minute of everything. Look at this. So if you are chatting with somebody and you want to know exactly what happened, and you have a discrepancy in what you're talking about, you got everything right here, guys. You got all their exhibits. You got where they were taken, and then the who's who, the witnesses, the documents, discovery. I mean, like if I could hire Sleuthy Goosey back in the day, I would have done it in a second.
No doubt.
She's unbelievable. Now I've had this for over a year, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People.
This looks more. This looks like more refined than the one that I've looked at. Like I spent hours on the other one.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm just like, I just watch sometimes at X, like I see people talking about they don't have this, they don't have that. That was never filed. So now you can just go to this and you can look, and it actually has the, all the statements, all the time they applied for everything.
The documents, right?
all the documents, dude. Anything you ever wanted, everything you need, dude. I don't think there's one missing. I could be wrong, but people are going to use this, people, all right?
Morrissey letters.
Yep. So it's May 9th, 23. So I'm sure she's going to start. I don't want to speak for her, but I'm sure she's going to start a 2.0, I would imagine. But this will be good going forward in April to go back and look at statements under oath. You know what I mean?
Yep. You said this here. This is what you said.
And this is it. And then Jen McCabe's call log is right here, guys. Everything she did. Who she called, lengths, everything. So, and then on the rates or phone calls. I mean, so if you're a data junkie,
stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I know you get foggy head. Go ahead.
Mike.
Yeah.
I'm a little foggy, but answer this question, right? I end up expired on your front lawn.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you do is delete me out of your phone?
No. That's
about that.
I know.
Why would you delete somebody out of the phone? Obviously, but like, is that what? Do you really? You don't care for somebody enough that you just you delete them out of the phone?
You know what's interesting?
After Mike.
No,
after.
But look at these. I wanted to point out something on the right hand side on the times. If you go to the Tom Beatty phone call right there,
5-2-38.
Yep. Okay. She called Tom Beatty before she called 911.
What?
So, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So what time did Karen call?
Yeah, so this is where it gets interesting, okay? This is where it gets interesting right here. Why is she calling Tom Beatty? So Jen's already called her. I mean, Karen's already called her, right?
At
Karen,
5:30.
the,
She
the,
knows at what, but she knows. Jen McCabe knows from Karen. John didn't come
the-
home, right? What
correct.
time was that phone call?
This is Jen's
Oh,
log, not Karen's log, okay?
okay,
So Karen called her at 5:07 and around there.
okay.
So and then Jen's calling. See Jen at 5:04. She's calling. We know the time she's calling John O'Keefe.
Yeah,
All right. So the last call's at 12:50:37.
but Mike,
And
my question is, right?
yeah,
C 459,
yeah,
John O'Keefe.
yeah. Right.
What
This is
time did
all.
she know? Like, did she know? Did she get notified at 5:00? Why would she need to call John at 5:00 at 5 o'clock in the morning? She would have,
It's the only thing I can think of is Karen's already called her.
yeah. She had to
Right.
have, right?
Right. So then 5:04 she calls. She calls them 5:08, 5:09, 5:14, 5:50. So now she's gonna call Tom Beatty.
Right.
Why is she calling Tom
Yeah,
Beatty?
why, Mike?
I don't know. And then she calls John again, and then 5:52 Tom Beatty again. Okay.
I can see her calling John just because they're looking for him. And if they're all in the same vehicle,
Yeah.
I can see how she would try and call in front of everybody.
Okay. And then the 911 call, right? Then 6:07 she calls Nicole. 6:08 she calls Nicole. And then she calls 6:23 Brian Albert. And then 6:35 calls her husband. Then Karen Reed is
So
called at
time
7.
out.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
If she calls and they don't answer, is she not stroking out?
Well,
Why
and
is she not like freaking screaming into the house, like directly into the house, bang,
right.
like just
Well, we know that the calls from Nicole were answered, but see the Celebrate. So it's in the Celebrate report. We have to go back and find the actual reports, which would be in here somewhere, but documents maybe. But you can see all the calls that she made all day. Keep scrolling down.
yeah. But you see my question, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then why I just don't know why she's calling. And then there's the 8:38. I forgot to tell you something right there.
Oh,
Remember
by the
that?
way, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, you might want to come back.
Yep. And then she talked to Kerry Roberts,
Make sure it's going to be all right.
right? 7:33 in the morning, then called right back at 7:40. Then called Canton Police, and then called Kerry back, and then called Tom Beatty again.
Why does she keep by? And you know what? He's on the witness list too, and they didn't call him, did they?
Yeah, something is up with the Beatties. This is the one that was told to put a dick. Is that what I'm trying to remember?
Yeah, yeah. Put it in your mouth. There was a young girl.
So she was
yelled at
there.
him, supposedly.
That girl was there.
At the party.
I'm guessing, bro, because you're looking at the effort of her, Jen McCabe, trying to get a hold of her like that.
Right. The thing, right, is
How
far away do they live? Are they within walking
No, it's not that far. Yeah, it's not that
vehicle.
I am not sure how she left. This is what we need to know, man. This is what we're gonna find. I think round 2, I think you're gonna see more. Remember, I don't know if we were watching Aiden the other night, but he was like, "You guys don't know what I know, but there are gonna be bombs dropped."
Oh,
So I think maybe Mr. Beatty is coming around. I don't know, because it's his daughter that was actually, told to put a D in it by some people. And I don't think
inappropriate to say that to anybody.
So it seems to me Jen McCabe made a real effort to go after Mr. Beatty.
But why? He's just a dude. He's got a daughter who hangs out with them. There's nothing there, Mike.
The only thing I can think of is that he must live close by, and when it happened, she ran out and left, walked home. I don't know. I can't. I don't have the answer. I'd be.
Well, no one does, right? And of course, right. But boy, wouldn't that change something if that girl was in the house and saw everything, Mike? Right.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
Yes. Colin made a phone call to his daughter. Yes.
and she didn't answer. And then he called Allie.
I wonder
So
if he left a message.
I don't. So this is the $1 million question, man. This is kind of crazy. Like no one's really talking about it, and I think it's for a reason. They don't want to.
That means that young girl would be the other person in the house that nobody knows. Remember that mystery person that may or may not have been there and may or may not have seen things.
All I know is that it's an awful quiet about her and him. And don't forget, Scanlon's the one that told your daddy. So
Right.
if Beatty told Scanlon because of his daughter, and I don't know.
And Scanlon's a PI, so he's allowed to pass information. Wow.
So this to me really jumps out at me. I know it's been out for a while, and I just every now and then I look at it, but people are just asking about questions all weekend and timelines, and so hopefully if you go onto X, it's under I posted it this morning, products 840 at X, so you can check out everything on the bottom here for yourself. I mean, who's who, witnesses. The discovery's pretty cool. The Morrissey stuff is cool.
Yep.
Sleuthy does a great job. I gotta hand it to her. And she covers up. Yeah, hands down. I mean, to do something like this, to have an Excel ability like this is crazy.
It's so much data here, Mike.
No, I know, Matt.
So much. And you know what? A lot of the stuff we all kind of know by heart, right?
Yeah, look at.
We know about the Morrissey letters, right? We know about them.
Those are all from Levy coming to him.
Yeah.
See we're gonna play ball. Yep.
June, July, August, October, November.
And the last one right there, right, is the one saying we're gonna play ball.
Pleasure to meet you at the State House at the Governor's press conference on hate crime enforcement. Okay. I wanted again to extend my welcome and best wishes to you in your role as Boston Special Agent in charge. I look forward to working with you in the future. I also wanted to renew the office's offer for your agents to speak with the state police who were involved in the John O'Keefe Canton murder investigation. My first assistant district attorney also mentioned our willingness to talk to the FBI, to the acting U.S. attorney in a recent phone conversation. If you'd like to have your investigators talk to the state police, they can contact Detective Lieutenant Brian Tully. Sincerely, Michael Morrissey. Huh.
Yep.
Now that goes, that's Morrissey going to the FBI, right?
Yep.
Pleasure to work with you, right?
I want to know what you know.
If you want to talk to our state police guys, we'll send them to you, right?
Of course. Levy knew what he was trying to do. He wanted to know what they knew.
So this is the DA telling the FBI, I got guys over here that will give them to you.
Yeah.
So that means the FBI is definitely involved in the John O'Keefe Canton murder investigation, right? Because people say that on the FBI's, they're gone, right?
Oh, no.
You think they're going to waste their money like that?
So,
and it ain't to prosecute one guy. It ain't Farwell. Because he's up, right?
Farwell?
Yeah.
He's actually, so February 4th at the Moakley building. Tomorrow at the Moakley building is a hearing for him. Now, listen, it's been postponed over 70 days, which you can't do.
That's right. Every other trial has been. Why is that, Mike? I saw that and I'm thinking, I don't understand. Explain that, because I don't get it.
Chirp.
Really?
Tom, if I got that hanging over my head, right? His kid just turned, okay, the anniversary of Sandra Birchmore, right, is the same time his kid was born.
I know.
Remember? He left. So this is kind of symbolic. okay, because you have the anniversary of Sandra, and you also have his newborn baby that was born. He's 3 now. So then you have a scheduled hearing for him at the same time. I can't stress the fact that for some reason that they aligned all these dates, you know,
Right.
serendipitously.
To
Serendipitously,
end up at this date.
right, right. I think there's a bomb or something's going on. And now, I'm not putting words in his mouth. I don't tell him to do anything. But if I'm in a situation like he is, and I'm looking at the death penalty.
Yep.
But, I don't know, man. You got to try to, live your life as long. He's young. He's a 30-something-year-old guy. He's not like he's
But
60.
they got him on the witness thing. That's intimidation of a witness.
What do you mean?
Federal
Oh yeah,
witness.
yeah. Oh yeah. Sandra, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot of talk about more girls coming forward.
Yeah, but what was the interest there though? That's the thing.
I can only say that, most people cut deals, all right? So if he's going to cut a deal, they're going to say to him, what do you have? We know what you did, but
Right.
what else do you have? We don't need what you did or any other information. We got you. But who helped you? Did you talk to anybody else to help you? Are there any more victims out there? If so, who else was participating in these underage girls? I mean, it could go scandalous in my opinion.
He worked with Fanning, who did the investigation.
Yep.
That's a problem.
So yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, they can say to him, listen, we know XYZ cops were involved with you. Garino missed the Texas. Fanning worked with you in the past. We knew you did the interview in the parking lot of a high school or whatever it was. These are things that just
Right.
just don't happen in a regular investigation. So it would be really easy for him to drop some bombs on some people that would affect the Karen Reed case.
Okay.
Because
there's overlap. Now, the only overlap between the two cases is what, right?
Garino, all the Canton cops.
But how would, all right, so state police wise, we have Tully
Fanning. I don't think what was the name?
Was Proctor involved in that?
No, Dunn.
Yes, Dunn was in both of them.
Yeah, Dunn, and I think
Buchanan was in both, I think.
Yes, yeah.
And he was also a Stoughton cop, right?
I know he lives in Stoughton. I don't know if he was actually a Stoughton cop. I'll have to double check that though. That's a good question.
I think he was, wasn't he?
I know he was a jarhead down in Washington for a while, and he came back up here when we got out of the Marines, and I think he went right into the state police. But I could be wrong. But I guess my point is this.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think, believe it or not, I think Farwell is like a linchpin that could really just flip this whole thing, because now you have compromised witnesses in trial 2 for Karen. They're getting charged for, covering up for a murder earlier, and now they can't call them. And it's interesting how this could domino affect everything.
I wonder if we could take and put this whole thing into one case, Mike.
A RICO?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you could, because you get 2 crimes now, and you have an organization of people that talk to each other and solicited how to do these crimes. That's a RICO case. That's a RICO case. Yeah. With Giuliano. Am I running for cancer?
Rudy Giuliani.
Yes.
Yeah, he used that.
Yeah, he did. He was one of the first ones to get them all.
He did good at it too, right?
Yeah, he did. And then he went off the cracker list. People are asking me if I'm still running for Canton Select Board. Yeah, my papers are pulled. I know I still need 50 signatures. I haven't got one yet. The only one that signed it is me.
Yeah.
But who knows? Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
Right.
But I just think that if you want to get educated and talk like what you're talking about, take some time and read this sleuthy. Great job, Slew. Read these things.
Awesome
If
job.
today's a snowy day. Get out there, Mikey. Yeah.
No,
But
real quick, I'm
yeah.
glad you just said the word snowy day. Everybody look outside.
I love it.
Think about, if somebody was on your front lawn, would you be able to see them right now?
Yeah, that's only 2 inches out there. So you're right. Yeah, you'd be able to see them.
What about a size 13 shoe?
Yeah.
Size 12. All right.
Well,
Baseball cap, maybe baseball cap, depending how it's laying on the ground. I'll give you a pass on that, right? But there's no way you're missing the shoe.
Lieutenant Paul Gallagher should have been fired for the way he conducted that investigation. Not be able to retire. He should have been fired because the CERT team comes back later on that night and finds a shoe right where those guys were working, right on that curb. They were walking all around that. It's insane. I know we're going sideways here, but still, I mean, I don't think that guy. He's making $330,000 a year, and he can't find a hat, a shoe. Give me a fucking break, dude.
He rolls up to the whole scene and everything.
Yeah, and then he doesn't have probable cause. That was the biggest one for me. That was a kick in the nuts. Hey, Christina, thank you for the $5 European. Hi guys, keep the great work from the UK. Yeah,
thank you, Christine.
Yes, thank you. Wow. But good.
I'm just wondering how it is over in the UK today. Is it rainy? Is it sunny?
Sammy's like, anybody needs to just email him over to.
Oh, we'll get you the signature.
I know. It's kind of a joke. Yeah. Okay.
So, listen, we should be going skiing before it gets.
Yeah, we have Blue Hills.
We get new snow, right?
Yeah, Blue Hills right here at the corner here at my house.
Freaking Blue Hills, dude. No.
Can I tell you a quick story about Blue Hills?
You ever been helicopter skiing?
No.
Let's go.
I'm
serious. Let's go.
It's not that easy for me, man. But can I tell you a quick story about Blue Hills?
Sure.
All right, so I'm in my younger years. I'm in high school still, and so it was like we got a big storm or whatever it was, a bunch of snow. So we fly up to Blue Hills, get up there, and I get on the lift, and this lady is with me on the lift. It's our first time skiing, and she's really nervous, right?
Oh, geez. Go ahead.
So it's her first time skiing. She's really nervous. Now, I'm telling her, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Just, sit back in your skis. And she goes, yeah, okay. So we come off the landing, and we go down, we take a left. She falls down and tears her knee to every ligament in her knee, went down in a body bag. Literally came down the off.
Down, yeah.
And tried to go left and like did something. And I was like, and she went, oh, my knee. I'm like, come on, get back up. She's like, I can't. I'm like, oh my God.
Not good.
She goes, I'm never going to ski again. And so I go down, right? And I ski. I come back up. The whole ski patrol's around her, but they got her all staked out. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
So yeah. When there's a lot of snow up there, if you just want to have mess around, it's a lot of fun. You get some bumps, get some air.
Yeah. See, that's when you get hurt, is when you get really cocky and confident on a small little hill.
Yeah,
there was a place,
Pat's Peak, Massachusetts,
maybe Ragged.
Yeah.
Then there was a Tenny Mountain.
Yeah.
Those small little mountains, right?
Yeah.
They look like a triple chair up. That's it. No quad.
Yeah.
It's a triple. That's it. But it's decent. You have so much fun because the trails are all easy. So then you just go and you're skiing backwards and turning, and that's where you go, and that's when you get hurt. It's not the steep stuff when you're really skiing. It's the playing around, joking around, blah blah blah. Yeah.
So
it's funny. The last time I went, I'm looking around, Mike. Right? I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with everybody here? And I'm looking around, and then they're all looking at me.
Oh, what's the matter?
Everyone's wearing helmets.
Yeah, I don't wear a helmet.
What the fuck, right? I'm the only one without a helmet. And I'm like, okay. Is it a law? Am I missing something? Like,
I know. I
got the long freaking pom-pom hat. I'm like psyched, and these people got that helmets.
People started, so it all started in the early 80s. From what I can remember, it was like half and half. Half wore helmets, but all the little kids were. And so that generation just grew up with it. I think which is a smart move. I'm telling you. I tried it for a while, and I just it's uncomfortable. It's like, it's not whatever. And I'm a crazy motherfucker on those things too. And I've seen some people I've seen some people wipe out. So, anyways, I was watching the news this morning. And Avatash had a whole chair fall off the fucking line yesterday.
Full?
Not someone fall off, but the
No, the chair.
chair
Yeah, the
with
arm.
with,
Yeah.
with people in it.
Ooh. Attitash.
Avatash.
Yeah, that means all them New Hampshire ski resorts are gonna be like that because they're all built around the same time, like Gunstock and Wildcat and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like the
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
ones, the ones
Oh,
off
yeah.
of 93, they're all solid. They're all
That's what.
like up to par.
That's where I learned to ski was at Attitash. But yeah, I never get seriously hurt. I never like blew a knee out. I just loved it.
I
So
blew a knee out a long time ago.
yeah,
You know what a head wall is? Where it's
Yeah.
just it comes over, it almost goes back over.
yeah,
So we're at this mountain and we start at the top of the lift and we come down and it's a nice straight shot and you turn and you hit the head wall, Mike, and you just carry. It's like the ground just disappears below you and you're just flying through the air.
yeah.
But you have to be going at a good clip to just and you have to just go right for it and to know.
Right.
So we're playing around and we're hitting this thing, Mike, and we're flying and we're carrying ourselves and we're seeing how far we can get down the hill now. So now we're like 3 or 4 times down. One of the last times I'm going down, I went to make the turn. My ski caught, spun my knee. I hit the ground and went straight out and then fell straight down. I didn't carry. I carried out this way from bouncing. Then it was bad.
Yeah, my buddy's he's a ski patrol now. He retired and that's what he does now. Well, imagine that. He skied his whole life with his family and his kids, and then retires. He bought a house in New Hampshire.
He's into it. He's got it.
He's a good skier, and he's up at Wildcat. I think he's snow patrol. So every now and then I'll get a story. Like
oh, you hear about this guy? Yep.
I've never gone down with a body bag, and I'll be damned if I do. I'll be damned if I don't. But anyways,
you ever decide to go through the woods by yourself?
Oh yeah.
And you ever realize that, hey, wait a minute, there's a cliff right there. We should probably not go this way.
I've been lost.
Like a rock cliff. Like, oh my God, you're not skiing over that.
No, so skiing in trees, especially in up there, they're not wide open trees. They're close together. So you have to actually find somebody that's already cut through once and try to follow their trail. Because other than that, I'm blind. But the one thing that really, because back in the day, I was using like 180s, like for skis, right?
Yeah.
Now they use these parabolic skis.
Much better.
Oh my God.
Better, Mike. I rent them. I don't even buy skis. I just rent them.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, look at this. Those are like 160s, and like everybody's flying around and doing tricks, and I'm like,
easy, Mike. It's so much.
I was into the big cuts with like both knees together and stuff. Yeah.
No more of that, man. No more.
Then I read these parabolics, and I'm like, do you have any bigger ones? And they're like, you don't need big ones. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, no, just try these, you'll be fine. The wide at the top, right, and the kind of wide in the middle, and the wide in the back. And what control? You have awesome control,
Mike. They're so much faster.
Yeah,
they are faster.
They make skiing more enjoyable, in my opinion. Because on the 180s and people have written 200s, and like you fly, you would, and then if you lose a ski, it's a big ski. It's a piece of and you get effed up.
Yeah. Boy, remember those days when you had the bindings?
Oh yeah, dude! I had Solomon bindings. I had Solomon boots, K2s. I mean, all back in the day. Yeah. Anyways, getting our point here.
Real quick, everybody. Amy is doing great.
Oh yes, thank you.
She's home. She's in her space. She's got the people coming, like the visiting nurses, to check on her and change her bandages, and she's doing real good. And I know she's sending her love to everybody.
So she got home Friday night at 8. Pretty well, everything went well.
Something like that,
yeah. And then Saturday she recovered. Is she up and about, or is she still in bed?
She's chatting on her phone. I'm like, wow, okay, Amy's up.
I wonder if she's in the chat. I don't know. I haven't seen her. She's probably sleeping.
Oh, yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, you gotta be careful if you go visit her, Tom. If you're sick.
I don't. I'm not gonna get her sick. I'm not gonna. I'm definitely afraid of that not happening.
Yeah, it's because her
Yeah.
immune system's a little weak
Yeah.
right now. Yeah,
She
she's
needs
in
all,
her she's in a recliner. Okay, good.
she needs all
Sandy.
the help she can get with this. Yeah.
So,
But
so we get the meal train all set up for her and everything, ready to go. Do you know the meal train all set up
yeah,
for her?
the girls took care of it, and
All right, all right.
and I know that we're kind of waiting to hear from her to like
Well,
to,
she's just
to
said someone said she was in the chat on the JFK show last night. She's good.
yeah,
So
see,
glad. Okay, yeah. People see, people communicate with us. I like that.
yeah.
They actually listen to us, Tom.
Hey, listen,
Let's
real
do
quick, I want to show everybody now. Skiing, it's beautiful, right? And I can't explain the view, and you'll know. And if you've never been skiing,
You have to.
this will make sense. I got a video here, Mike.
All right. Oh yeah. What's that?
That's Lake Winnipesaukee,
Yeah. So what mountain you on?
Wildcat.
Oh yeah.
So this is what you see down. You look down, and it's just
Beautiful.
all the time beautiful.
Now you talk about like having fresh air and sleeping good at night. I know we had this conversation a while ago. It's like the best sleep of the after you ski for that night. You go home, you have a drink or something or a fire.
Just relax.
So yeah. Of course, Tom's at the camera ready.
So it's like this is where it's
Yeah.
deep. It's so easy.
Well, you got parabolics on. I can see her. Yeah. She had two poles in one hand.
Yep. The poles, you don't even use them anymore. No one needs them because it's so stability, Mike, is what it is.
Yeah,
they give you so much stability. You don't need the poles anymore.
And Wildcat's on the dark side of the mountain, so it's usually icy over there.
Oh, it's beautiful snow all the time. I've been there many times. Good snow.
Yeah. Well, you have Attitash right there. Brentwoods is right there. I mean, you have all the ones right there. That's beautiful. Look at all the nice birch trees too, huh? I love it.
Skiing backwards. Whoa, that was close.
Yes, how small the skis are. Everybody's like, I'm used to I was used to my knees together and stuff, and like in a crouch position, and like.
But this is where you just sit back and you just go like this. I mean, she's not a speed freak, but she's stuck. She's going. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It really is. But again, not too many people like throwing themselves down a hill, Mike. We're not right in our mind, I guess.
Oh, man. Don't mix alcohol with skiing either, people.
No, it's bad.
Don't do it.
Because when you fall, the bottle will stab you in the gut every time.
Smoke if you can. Smoke. I used to get high and ski. When back when I was in high school and stuff. So it was the best.
Yep.
I used to get laser focused and fucking just go.
Yep.
We'd be like one of the first ones in line, be the last ones to leave. Pack a lunch, eat inside the Attitash, whatever room, whatever the hell it was. And families, yeah. And this is back in the day when they had one chairlift going up the middle of the mountain, and it was just they had parties at the top of the mountain, keg parties and stuff in April and stuff. Yeah, we'd ski into April up there. Yeah, it was awesome. And we start skiing in Thanksgiving usually. If it was I couldn't today. No, I wouldn't today.
I wouldn't do Tuckerman's either. Have fun.
I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. Yep.
It's a trip.
It's a hike.
Yeah,
you gotta put your skis on your back and fucking
walk.
Climb it. Yeah. And I've seen some people take some spills there too. And there's nobody there to help you, bro.
Nope. Then you gotta hike yourself home.
Hike yourself down to your car, then get to the hospital. Oh man. But yeah, Tuckerman's is cool.
Yeah, it's different.
If you ski and you can handle yourself and you get parabolics, do it. You know, but if you're going around like 200s and you want to be able to cut up there, you're like, you're going You gotta know. You gotta lean back and fucking.
You know, Mike, maybe we should like see if anyone wants to go skiing.
We could rent a bus and go up, dude. You could rent a bus, and they'll take you right up Ski 93. They'd wait in the parking lot for you. We'd sit outside with our lawn chairs, right in the parking lot, and have lunch.
Yep.
And then you could,
cooler.
You could, and then what's so cool about the bus ride is that you can actually sleep on the way home.
Yep.
You know the drive. I tell you, doing a day trip and driving home the same day.
It's been there.
Sucks.
It's a day. It's a day. I know.
I used to go to Loon all the time with my son. I could by the time I got home, I was
done. Yep.
Wiped out, dude.
Especially after skiing all day, buddy.
Yeah, so
and then you get up early. You're almost 24 hours and nonstop is what it comes down to.
So we would leave at like 5:30, get there at like 8-ish, you know, just when it was open, ski a full day, maybe leave at 3, try to beat the traffic out of there. But man, once you got to Boston and get all the traffic, it sucked. Anyways, we're talking about skiing. We should talk about Karen.
I know, huh?
I wonder if she. I think the way I see things going, man.
And she's facing murder charge.
You know, but the confidence this team has right now. I mean, Alisi was absolutely.
Listen, talk about a gift from heaven.
My God.
Can you imagine this guy saying, "Hey, listen, do you mind if I help you?"
Well, first of all, I can't believe what he brings to the table when you get Yannetti and Jackson sitting right there, and this guy just gets up and just he dumps it down like I'm a 5-year-old, which I love. Like
Mike, he's so effective in getting his point across. He
yes.
doesn't need 5,000 words.
No,
you know he's great like that.
His tone. And you know his vocabulary and how he highlights his tone on certain words like hash values, and you know they blocked the real Karen Reed on the JFK show. I don't know what that means. Oh, by mistake, maybe.
Yeah, probably an accident.
Yeah, Glenn, thank you. But yeah,
Glenn,
like
he goes again. My goodness, Glenn, thank you so much.
Yeah, he's so articulate, and he and then he has you know. Brennan spelt his name wrong.
He spelt his own name.
I'm sure it was an assistant. And but he's complaining about how hashtags and hash values, he's calling them hashtags. That's not going to, people aren't going to let that go. Because, bytes, bits, hash values, hashtags are completely different. So he seems like he keeps on saying he never watched the first trial. Dude, what are you doing? Why, Brennan? Why aren't you watching the first trial? And Lally's not being used at all.
Oh my! Yeah, he is. He's taking up a seat. He's making it look good. That's it. Mike. That's his job.
I understand that. So there must be a rift between those two because literally they are not talking. You know what I mean?
What is a hash key? Okay, hash key, also sometimes called as hash code or just a hash. Is a unique identifier for data.
Right.
Hash keys are used in various settings, such as cryptographic, and computer programming.
Right.
In simpler terms, a hash key is just a number that corresponds to some piece of data. When you want to retrieve the data, you use the hash key to look it up. Hash keys are typically generated by a mathematical algorithm, which means they're usually long and difficult to guess.
Right.
This makes them ideal for security, where you want to make sure only authorized users can access the data. Hash keys can also be used to verify the integrity of data, since any change to the data will result in a different hash
number. Yep.
Bingo, right?
That's why the 227.043600 happened.
Okay.
So it happened.
This is what a hash key looks like.
Yeah.
Just like these numbers here. And you've all probably seen them before. You've probably seen these numbers like they're and if you have kids, I guarantee it is, because that's their Steam ID number.
Yes.
If you're a gamer, you've probably heard of Steam ID 64. These are hash keys that are used to identify players on the Steam gaming platform. If you want to add someone as a friend, you need their Steam ID 64. if you can't find your own ID, but log into your account or go into your profile page.
Yeah, fill in 1776, just like cryptocurrency. You're absolutely right, man.
Yep.
Every coin has its own unique number to it.
It's like a fingerprint, right? It's a
well,
digital fingerprint for the most part.
And a dollar bill has the same thing. It has its own serial number. But this is an electronic way of so basically, once you do the search, there's a hashed tag or hash value added to that. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that will never ever go away unless you try to change it. It'll add like a 7 to it at the end. So it went from 6 to 7. So now you know there's been 2, or someone manipulated it. It's not that hard to do. So that's why Alisi is just like making it sound like, well, yeah, it's someone can manipulate it if they wanted to. Now Ian Whiffen's in trouble, dude.
Oh yeah,
he's in trouble if he manipulated that data during the trial.
Yes,
he is fucked.
Here's the way around it. No, here's the way around it. And I'm telling you, Mike, if you look at the Excel spreadsheet, if you take the data and put it into an Excel spreadsheet and then save that, you can save that as the same type of file.
Which is going to have a number.
It has its own number.
Right. If you reopen it and change something and reclose it, it's going to record that.
Every single time.
Right.
So everything you do is logged on the computer. So if you hit the space bar, that's got a number, that's got a value that adds to that.
Yes.
And if you hit the backspace key, that's all. So no matter what, I think, and it's possible, I think, if you exported the data to an Excel sheet, you can manipulate the data. Take line 7 and move it to line 14 or 15 so that it looks like something else happened down the road. I don't think they're operating with all the data. I think it was actually removed, some of the data that they're looking at.
Yes.
That's what I think. And they're giving that data to Jessica Hyde and to Ian Whiffen, hence why they're out of it. They won't be in trouble, Mike, because they were already given the unhashed value data.
But here's my problem with that. If these are so-called experts, and I'll use Ian Whiffen, if he knew that the data he was receiving was manipulated,
right,
well, he's complicit.
Yes, he should have asked. He should ask for that.
And that's why they had to get someone from Canada that tried to promote his own app. All right, there's like 600 people that use his app. It doesn't even work. So, but you have to understand that Richard Green actually used Ian Whiffen's app and came back with the same results because he had the unfiltered data. He had the right data. Ian Whiffen was given the wrong data and put it through his program. Of course, it's going to not show. So it started from the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office and then was given to Hyde and Green. Yeah, we don't see it. Mr. Green got the unaltered version of it.
Right.
I'm finding it. And I found it through 6 other tools. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, you get fucked with Ian Whiffen. You just got fucked. And if you don't come Coco, you're gonna get fucked even harder.
Here's what kind of gets me. If Higgins texted John, right?
From the waterfall?
Whenever.
Oh, okay.
5 days ago. They talked in text back and forth. You're a dick, or I love you back. Right? Whatever they said. It was something that made Higgins go into the FBI building, access his phone, and delete that specific message.
Yep.
Before he deleted the SIM card and broke it. So what was so important that he needed to get off that phone?
Well, the excuse was he was compromised from an investigation. Is what
right. I'll give him that. However, why don't they get John's phone? Because that's got to have a copy of it too. If Higgins sent that message to John, it's got to be on John's phone. Higgins took it off his.
That's right.
It's got to be on John's.
Right.
Why don't they get that?
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. That's why I get a feeling I'm with you.
it's a two-way street, and they don't talk about that, right? I mean,
It's discovery, right? If
right.
you're gonna use it, well, we can use it too. So anything you have, we have. Anything I have, you have. So yeah, it's got to be turned over. Now,
I
when
wonder if
it's
he
like,
tried saying that he was in part of an investigation and that we're not allowed to see it. ATF,
yeah,
because he's
of
known
course,
for doing that shit. Remember,
yeah,
he
it's
pulled
what he
that
said.
stuff at the gun store down in friggin'
Cape
down the
Cod.
Cape.
Nope.
Yeah, it's a straw purchase. No, it
He
isn't.
fuck
Yeah, it is.
because he stereotyped some people in there.
Yep, he did.
So that was crazy. But my point is like, so if the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office is messing around with people's phones and then turning it over as original evidence, you got a problem. And if they get caught, right? So hopefully we're gonna find out if they mess around with John Stone because someone messed with the Ring camera at One Meadows and they did it through his phone.
Why now? Why would they go into the ring? Why would they have any need to go in there, Mike? He's out front of this house.
But they want to see, I think, Karen's car coming home, exculpatory evidence right there. I think there's a better view of her taillight. In my opinion.
Okay.
And then
But
when you have
we don't see the video of her coming home and parking the vehicle inside the garage, do we?
no,
We see her backing out.
right. So
The car had to go in.
the Chico looked at John's phone and left a little note on it for Proctor to say, hey, you got to go look through the Ring video. Now, on an app on your phone, if you want to look at your Ring video, you just hit Ring. There's no password to it. You have your Ring app.
Right.
If you have it all set up, and then you can go in and delete it, right? So they just drag their feet up. Yeah, they drag their feet on it, and it's that easy. The key is if they have a clear view of the taillight when she's pulling in or how she pulled in. I don't know if she like turned around and backed into the car, but obviously she backed out. But the other thing I have a problem with is that when someone checked on the kids, Mike Camargo, who lives down the end of my street, went over there, the door was open and he couldn't shut it.
The garage door?
It was open.
Huh.
Yes. He tried shutting it. He couldn't shut it. And he was hitting the pad. He couldn't get the pad to close it. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. People forget about that. He testified the garage door was open at 8:30 in the morning when he got there, before anybody got back from the hospital and stuff, or they were just getting back. He was checking on the girl because the kid was sleeping over at Mike's house, I believe. And she was home alone, so he went over there because his wife's a nurse, got the phone call. She works at the hospital, called her husband, Mike, who's down the street from me. Hey, there's a problem. So he knew at 7:30 in the morning what was going on. He went over and the garage door was already open.
Yeah, he had to use the emergency pull.
So Karen backed out and shut the garage door. Mike gets over there at 8:00 in the morning, where it was 7:30 in the morning, right? And the fucking thing's wide open and you can't get it down. So and he talked about it in his testimony on trial, but no one really dug into why it was open, how it got open, because it might have been deleted.
Wow. I don't see why that is such immediate access. And by the way, don't they need a warrant, because that's not their property?
Tommy, there is so much.
Granted, the warrant will be issued. That ain't the question. The judge will just yes it to death, but it has to be processed. That wasn't done, Mike. I know.
But why was the garage door open, and why did Mike have to use the emergency close?
Shut it. Why?
Why? What happened? Karen left. It closed. Then no one came back before Mike. Karen never went back to One Meadows.
Right.
She went to the hospital.
Yep.
Well, so Mike went over there to check on the daughter, and then the police did a welfare check. Remember when the police did a welfare check that morning? Later on, and they got Karen's car on film because they took Kerry Roberts' car, right?
Yeah.
So Mike was over there, and she parked her right in front of the garage. She never went in the garage, but they entered through the garage.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And then they left through the garage, right?
They never shut it then.
I don't know.
No,
I
shoveled it out. That guy shoveled it out for John because he didn't want John to get mad that there'd be snow in the garage. So the guy shoveled out the garage for John being a nice guy.
right.
That's that. Yeah. Yep.
So here we go.
Wow.
Here we go. It was in from Jump Street too. The fix was in.
Well, does Kelly? Do you want to come up here real quick? Because I gotta jump. I have a doctor's appointment.
Who's Kelly?
Kelly's our new mod.
Oh,
Everybody say hi to Kelly.
hey Kelly. Yeah. Oh, I remember Kelly. I saw her. I saw her.
Yeah. You just didn't know the name with the face.
Yes. Now, the other thing is too is like so John when he left that night because he knew Karen was going to he pulled his van out and parked where it was so Karen could park in the garage. It just doesn't make sense because they went into the garage when they got out of the car in the Lexus when Jen was driving, left the Lexus there.
Well, listen, that makes sense because the garage was open because when she parks there, they all run in the garage. They're not like waiting for the garage door to go up, and they're not like ducking to go under.
Well, she hit the button in her truck, the Lexus, to open the garage. All right. Now she's leaving. They just hit a button on your way out and close that. There's no way Karen left that open the whole night when they left at 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever. 5:30.
No.
So
not everybody knowing how specific in particular John was.
So
everybody that was, and that's one thing, Mike, right?
Right.
People that were in John's life, right? They had to be like put together. They can't go over. He wouldn't allow them over the house if they made a mess or if they were sloppy or stuff. He wasn't like that. He was very specific, and particular, and clean. Like,
no shoes inside.
No shoes. No.
I know. You should see those cars. They were perfect.
And he works hard, and that's you can see that, right?
Yeah.
So
he was a lawn
like that, you know.
Yeah, he was a lawn guy like myself, like perfect lawn.
I mean, I used to love mowing the lawn, making them lines back and forth.
Yeah. I used to make it I used to do it too, but then I didn't have to anymore. But I used to have like a baseball field, like certain cuts, certain ways, and stuff like that. But
the guy thing, I think.
You know, but you grow out of it pretty quick because you're like, I can be doing something else to cut my lawn right now, man. But so I've always wondered why. So Karen jumps in with Carrie Roberts with Jen. Now her Lexus is still there.
Yes.
Let's say it's 5:30, whatever it was, 6 o'clock, and she doesn't shut the garage.
No, it doesn't happen.
No, she shuts that garage. But how does she didn't shut it through the Lexus? She shut it through the keypad. She's leaving. Now, we don't have video of them getting into Carrie Roberts' car, do we?
No. Where is that?
Okay.
Where is that video?
Right. We should, right? It's gone. Right? So now why is the garage door still open? We're going to find out. I got to know because Mike's a good guy. He would plow your driveway or snowblow. He snowblowed the driveway because by the time he got there, you're talking there was like 12, 15 inches of snow there. And John's nephew was staying at his house that night. And Mike's wife is a nurse, so she was keeping him in the loop. And it was Mike kind of knew what was going on, but it puzzled him on the stand. You can ask. I don't know how it was left open. I couldn't do it with the pad. He knew what the pad numbers were because he's been over John's house 1,000 times.
Correct.
Right. So now he's like, I can't use the code that I know. So he had to use that red emergency pull string
to drop the door. Yep. Huh.
Something to think about.
Odd.
Yeah.
And again, right? There's no video of this guy over there at all doing any of this. He was there shoveling. If he was shoveling that garage out with the snow that had blown in, right? He'd be on video, Mike. Right? So you have him later on when the O'Keefes are arriving home to One Meadows, which I think was probably like 10 o'clock. Right. Mike's there with the snowblower. But to get he's on top of it. To get the door down though, he had to shovel out where that pathway is with the. So you're right. The snow came in and it even hit the beams, covered the beams, or even the door ain't coming down. Which it did. That's why he was confused why it was still open. There's a story. There's a story there somewhere. Something's going on, and we don't have that on video. So I just
fucking me, fuck, you know, from Jump Street, and then you have the welfare check happen with Samadi, the cop or whatever his
Yeah,
name
who
is.
called that in?
Don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? That's a Mike.
I don't.
No. You needs to come in order to get dispatched out.
So yeah, so it's in the docs, that document dump I gave you this morning. It's got to be in there somewhere, but I don't think you have the time to do it right now.
All
But
right, so that's something I want to look into. Who called that in, right?
Either the cops automatically thought of it, or Jen, or I think Carrie. I think Carrie might have done it, but I'm not sure.
It's not a bad thing.
No,
It's a good thing, right? But who
But
called it in?
But Carrie didn't know that the son was staying over at Michael's house, and the older girl was home by herself.
Listen,
she's the one that called. She's the one that called Jen McCabe.
We go back to where he was found on the lawn of another cop's house, and the phone gets called to the house and nobody answers the phone. She calls her sister and doesn't answer the phone. Calls her brother-in-law. He doesn't answer the phone, and she's okay with that, right? Yeah. She's just like, yeah, they're all right, no problem. She doesn't think nothing. And the guy across the street,
yeah,
he's not suspicious either of everything going on in front of him, right? He's just a ranking freaking officer.
Someone just said in the current, yeah, made great point here. Makes you wonder where Higgins was. Maybe the location data on his phone showed him there, because someone got to the ring, right, with the phone. Now, if they have that phone in that bag you're talking about, they call those
Faraday bag.
Okay, so there you go, right? Because he doesn't know the codes to the ring, but if he has the phone, now he can start deleting shit. People can start deleting shit. Because if I'm if I'm Neil Keefe, and then Karen leaves after 11 o'clock, whatever, to drive home with it, I'm going to the ring photo. I'm going to the ring to see what's going on. But if it's already gone,
Mike,
it happened that quick already at before 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, right. See this right here?
Yeah.
When I believe when Jen was texting the phone to John, where are you? Supposedly John and Karen had shown up. She sees Karen drive away, and then Jen supposedly texts John, right?
A bunch of times, yeah.
One of the texts that she sent, where are you? She wasn't asking that question about John. I think she was looking for the phone.
Oh, yeah.
So she texted the phone, where are you? To see if it had a different tone. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So his phone must have got lost somewhere, and she was looking for it.
Yeah.
Where are you?
So now, if they have
not where did you go? Are you coming? No, where are you? That's vague. You don't say that to somebody, Mike. You don't say that to somebody who you're in his house with no speakers on.
Yeah, he was just in front of your house with you, and you knew he was there. You know, pull him behind me, kind of thing. Now, if they have that Faraday bag and they go back, if they go back to 34th Fairview, they can access John's ring from there. So it just makes me wonder if they have that Faraday bag, but they don't. They're inside of that bag, but it's not giving up a signal. At one point, it has to connect with the ring.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. I don't know.
Morning, Cal.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, that's a bright voice right there. Hello.
I've been up since like 5:30 because my puppy decided to lick my ears in the morning when he wanted to go outside. So
nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
I was like, okay, I'm up. I promise.
Yep. So, what do you think about the garage door thing? Isn't that like awkward? Like, where does that come into this?
Can you see me?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. I tend to watch the trial over and over and over again. Because I have nothing else to do in my life, right? I don't have anything else going on.
Speaking about real quick,
yeah.
I gotta bail everybody. I have a doctor's appointment I have to go to.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be watching and listening. So everybody that's here, thank you very much. We love you all.
We're on again tomorrow. We're on tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning,
yes.
Quite 8 o'clock though.
Let's see what time is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
I can stay on for about 20 minutes. So
All right. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
That's perfect. Yeah.
And also, Kelly, welcome to the team. You'll enjoy the
thank
league.
you. I'm so happy to be part of
You're
it.
awesome.
Kel,
Amy's
is it
doing great too.
So it's Kel's.
It's Kelly, but
All right,
I was on
Kel-
Amy's stream and I put it as Kel's because
All right,
I was trying to make her laugh.
Okay.
Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry for Friday. I'll do my
Oh,
best
don't
next time.
apologize. You have nothing to apologize for.
Got a bail.
Bye-bye,
Bye, guys.
everybody.
Love
All
you
right.
all. See
Bye.
you tomorrow.
So I think that, first of all, Mike Camerino's testimony was the absolute most heart-wrenching part, one of them that I had seen.
Yeah.
And he said that he went over there and he opened the door, or he opened the garage door at first, or the garage door's open. He went in, took his shoes off, told Kaylee to come, got Kaylee in the car, was trying to put the coat in to bring it down. And that's what he went out and tried to shovel it first. And then when it wouldn't go down, he had her put her coat in and it didn't work. And that's when he finally went back in and pulled the red emergency tool and came out the side door. So, and they asked him, they said, why were you trying to shut the door? And he said, because John's very particular and I wanted to make sure that he would be happy when he came home because he wasn't going to be happy.
Yes.
So that is, I mean, I think that he loved his friend, and I think that he knew how he was, and he wanted to make sure that he, so there is video missing. There's tons. We know that, of course. I mean, that's the night all the Canton videos stopped working.
Yeah, it was weird, huh?
Every video, every recorder in Canton. It's like the night the lights went out in Georgia, but it was in Canton. The videos went out in Canton.
So there's no video of Mike actually trying to do that with John's niece leaving to go back to Mike's house. There's nothing of that. It's all gone. Do you have nothing? It's just very strange. Very strange.
Glenn, it wasn't the codes changed. He used John's code that he knew. Or no, he tried to put it down with John's code. It didn't work. So then he had Kaylee try her code, and it didn't work.
Someone was playing fucky fuck.
Yeah. So something, and like you don't see Carrie, and you don't see them leaving with Karen, Carrie, and Jen leaving. You only see them coming when they supposedly she showed them the tail light that you never see.
Yeah.
And then
you don't see them.
You don't see them leaving. You don't see video of Paul and them arriving.
Oh, actually you do see Paul come up, right? And he doesn't even look at Karen's car.
No, it didn't even pay attention. And he's out there snowblowing, right?
No, that was Mike snowblowing. But the family shows up and they walk right by Karen's car until someone told them, hey, like a Jen McKay might have said to him, we think Karen might have hit him. There's a broken taillight. And even after that, you don't see him out there looking at the taillight. And then Paul's excuse is that we were just getting bad vibes from her is completely asinine to say, what made you think she did it? Because this is the way she was acting. The girl just fucking found her boyfriend dead in the fucking snow.
And found out after she left the hospital, or when she was at the hospital coming back to the house, and she knew that his entire family was there, was already talking about blaming her.
Right.
So
someone called the house, i.e. Kerry Roberts, Jen McCabe, told them what was up, what was going on with the police. Because at 8:38 in the morning, you have Jen McCabe calling the police back saying, I forgot to tell you something. So after that happened, they told the O'Keefes, hey, this is what we think happened. And so when Karen arrives there at 11, shit's already hit the fan, shit's already starting. And she walked into a room, when bullshit people are talking about you or saying things.
That's the most uncomfortable situation to be in. It's like being in high school and walking in, the whole class is talking about you. And
then Mrs. O'Keefe says to him, I can't believe you left him there.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I couldn't get him out of there. I couldn't find him.
And that's what makes me mad, because everyone says, oh, well, she called a lawyer right away. Well, she literally was accused of leaving him there.
She didn't leave. She didn't call Yannetti. Mike Proctor used that as an excuse to say that he looked through the whole phone. He said, once I saw the communication between her and Yannetti, I stopped looking. She never called Yannetti from the car. Right. So, she just said to her dad, I might need a lawyer. Those was verbal. She never searched for a lawyer.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So he goes through the whole phone looking for nudes or whatever the hell he's looking for, and there's nothing there. So this is gonna get ugly.
And she never deleted. There's nothing deleted from her phone.
Not one thing. How many things?
Do you find it odd that for Jen McCabe and Carrie for not knowing each other until that morning at 5 a.m., they talked 95 times that day until 6 p.m. and then stopped talking?
Yep. That's sussy. Just sus.
It's not weird at all. I mean,
you know, so I'm a juror now, right? We're just talking in general right now, right? We just kind of met right now. We both know just by talking about this case, there's something not right here. If they can get these points across to a jury, like me, yourself, or anybody like that, they should be able to figure this thing out and acquit her without even a doubt. But Lally, with the 68 witnesses, just played, you know, hide the ball.
His intent was to bore and confuse the jury to death.
Yep. Yes.
Because he had people on there that didn't even matter. Like, it was I remember sitting watching the trial going, and what did that person have to say? Like, did they say anything meaningful? Because I don't.
So now the jurors leave their books behind when they go home every night. Fanning is in charge of the jury.
Yep.
He's looking through their books. Okay, juror number 3, 4, and 5 got to go because they're on top of this thing, right? And then you have a strong personality downstairs saying, "Hey, no, we get to do something here." Well, you know, they were both there at the same time and they were drinking, so something's had to happen, you know.
That's the thing. Like I said last night in JFK, because someone was like, "Oh my God, well, Karen didn't take her shoes off when she went back in the house to look for John with Jen and Carrie." And I was like, "Well, God dang it, someone needs to check my husband because you know how many times I forget to take my shoes off when I come in the house. My husband, it might be on the lawn. Someone needs to make sure he's okay because something's wrong with that. Like that doesn't make sense to me. That's just
distraction.
They are. All of it's a distraction. And
it's funny that you remember that, right? And you might forget something else about the case, like, you know, who hired Arthur, all that bullshit. And I just the whole plot of Lally just rallying him to death worked. It worked.
And then the other thing is like Bev said only medical doctors are supposed to talk about his injuries, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so why did Buchanan become a medical examiner on the stand?
Instantly, and it was allowed to testify that way.
Literally, you would have thought he did the autopsy,
right? So I can't wait for trial too. I can't believe Brennan's not taking anything from Lally at all. He's not using anything. Lally's just sitting there like a little school kid looking forward, not doing anything.
Aiden said he didn't even use Aiden said he didn't even use the notebook that was in front of him. It was an empty notebook just sitting in front of him. So
I don't know why Lally's even there. I know he doesn't want to be there.
I think it's punishment.
Well, I mean, the guy's trying to cover up a cover-up, you know. Now Brennan's going back and just doing what another trial attorney would do and try to get people dismissed and not be able to testify. But if you have Dr. Marie Russell saying those are dog bites, that puts John in the house.
Yeah.
Puts John, if those are dog bites and she's going to testify to that, unless they get another expert to say that they're not, that, you know, the jury believes that. If they believe Dr. Marie Russell that those are dog bites, then he was in the house.
Sorry, I have a child being attacked by a puppy.
That's all right.
They're like rolling on the floor together. I'm like, shut up. It's a 3-4 pound dog and a 9-year-old, so you know they're having fun.
Oh yeah, that's a good day. But yeah, I go back to the dog bite. If Dr. Marie Russell can testify the way she testified with Elise and the way Elise's doing it, and she's gonna say that those are dog bites, well, that puts John in the house. Hard stop. And then the Google search is done. So the Google search happened, and the dog bites are gonna happen.
Well, and I also think Lally's there as Hanky's encyclopedia in case he forgets.
Well, yeah, people are saying he's not even passing him notes to help him. Like Hank's like, don't fucking talk to me. I don't even want you to fucking look at me. All right, just make sure my pencil's sharp. Legit.
Although I will say I could never hear the words methodology or logic ever again in my life. Ever again in my life. Those are the two words I don't ever want to hear. Um, and then the other thing, by the way, Mike,
Yeah.
I will forever be watching you through the trial. And not just because I'm a mod anymore now, but because your movements the other day
When I was going like this.
made me laugh so hard. And then someone said something asking you a question in the chat, and I'm like, sorry, Mike's in acting class right now. He will be playing a Leslie in the Lifetime movie. Don't worry about that. He's there, but you made me laugh so hard. I think I watched you more than the trial.
I
I
tell
had
you
to go
what,
back and watch other stuff because more other parts because I missed it. I was laughing so hard.
because I knew what he was doing. At least when he was talking, he was walking him up, and then just dropped the hammer. I was like, "Go, guy, go!"
And just watch it, you could see it in your face. And I was like, I had my computer, so I could see you in the little corner, and I was just cracking up.
Yeah,
I was like, yep, he's gonna play a Leslie in a Lifetime movie, so
I hope so. I hope so. That'd be kind
it'll
of
be
cool.
great. I'll
Yeah.
watch it. I will totally promote you on that.
I'd rather go bigger than a Lifetime, though. I don't know. I think,
Maybe a Netflix special.
all right, there you go. There you go.
How
I'll do
about
that
that?
one. All right.
I mean, they're all Lifetime to me, so I used to tell my husband I watched Snaps so I knew how to do it and not get caught. So it was when I stopped watching Snaps, he needed to watch out because then he was in trouble. Because then I knew what to do. So,
So, have you been watching trials for a while now?
oh, and then I watched every show, every episode of every show, and then stories that were on multiple shows of the same story. And my husband and I were like, all right, I think we've been watching a little too much ID. And then after that, I started watching like some true crime stuff on YouTube, like just like videos and stuff like that, little docu series. And then I started getting into court trials, and I was like, I don't know what is wrong with me. Why do I like this so much? Like hearing people,
Yeah.
it was actually the first trial that got me really, really into it was, I don't know if you remember it, but it was in Texas. There was a border patrol officer that killed his mistress and baby on the border and then went home and changed clothes, but he had a wife and two kids as well. And it was a major trial in Texas, and I watched it with what's her face? Is it Grizzly True Crime? I watched it with her, and that's when I started learning what like impeachment was and stuff like that. And I was like, this is like the trial. I was so devastated by what happened, and then just
Yeah, can't hear you. Can't hear you. No, no. No bueno. You want to log up? No, you want to log off? Can log back in? Try it real quick, or no? You good? No. No. All right. All right. She's gonna jump back in. I think. Oh yeah, she's got the fan behind her. My God, the fan. Anywho, yeah, the only fan. She's muted. I didn't mute her though. Tom might be watching in the car. Who knows? Tom's feeling better. Tom's feeling a lot better. Yeah, yeah, he's fine. Tom will be back in a few minutes. He looked decent and getting the update. He's feeling good. Feels 100% better. He's been sleeping for 2 days. Yeah, there he is. He's in the chat. He's feeling good. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna probably, it's an hour and 20 minutes. You guys want to hang out a little bit longer, or what? You guys want to do? Yeah. So I don't care. Tom's in his car. Yeah, we have a lot of love for Tom this weekend. Yeah. Oh, Glenn, you're in Vermont, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, brother. I'd be out there, man. everybody's used to what's going on at 8. So yeah, surprise. Tom had a doctor's appointment to get to today. But I kind of wanted to go with the schedule. So again, February 5th is the Commonwealth will file a certificate of compliance. I have no clue what that means. February 6th is a motion hearing. So obviously they'll be there. February 11th, file of motion to dismiss on all non-evidentiary motions out of court. So that must be something they don't want to be at court for. Valentine's Day, Commonwealth to file opposition to motion to dismiss and parties to file pretrial conference report out of court. So, and then the 18th, hearing on motions to dismiss. So like this month is going to heat up, and then March is crazy. March 4th and 5th, hearing on all evidentiary motions. March 7th, final pretrial hearing, motions of limine. March 18th, 19th, hearings of all motions in limine and final trial conference, and then April 1st, trial. This was given out on the 31st of January. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess my question is, what's going to be happening in court, or some of these just filings? Oh, there's Tommy. Hey, buddy.
Hey, listen, I gotta thank everybody who sent me messages on Facebook and Twitter. Mike, I can't count the messages. There's so many people that reached out to me. I'm in awe. I really am in awe.
Yeah.
I could put all the messages in a book,
You
and
gotta say,
it would be amazing.
how blessed are we?
Beyond. No words.
I love when you say
And
that.
real quick, right?
Yeah.
Like, I heard someone's trying to bust Estes balls, right?
I did
trying
too.
to duck.
I
What?
saw.
Listen, can we not do that? Can we not, please? Can we just leave her alone?
Yeah,
Leave
what is-
everybody alone. There's
what
no
hap-
need for that, Mike.
I saw her X post, and I was like, wow. So when she's
Why
really
did you even have to make that post?
people,
Doesn't.
broken people like to be and break other people, dude. Right?
Yeah, something.
So-
But regardless, can we not do that?
Well-
It's a waste. Listen, it's a waste of time and energy. It really is. It's so much more important shit that got to be done.
Yeah. I don't understand it, bro. I don't get that stuff. Why they do that. And no one in here was talking bad about Essie. No, not at all. I don't know what happened. Oh, it happened yesterday. I saw her next. I read her post, and she was very sincere. Like, like, why are you doing this? Who are you? And it was somebody that had an account that was, it was active, but it wasn't doing a lot. It was just kind of there. And so there's people out there in X that are helping her find out who it is, just so you know.
Mike, here's the thing, right? Is
What?
remember a while ago that company wanted to talk to me about stuff,
Yeah.
like my stuff?
Yeah, you're filming your footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think I'm gonna send them an email and see if they'll do something about Esty.
Okay.
Like, because she does this on her own, Mike. She's in front of the state house by herself, like all the time.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then we get Jessica, who hasn't missed a freaking weekend in what, 2 years?
59 weeks will be going on. I think 59 weeks.
Right. What else? What have you done for 59 weeks other than wake up every day?
I have not stood out at a Rotary and with a sign and justice for free Canton Reed and John O'Keefe. No, that's dedication, dude. I mean, yeah, she's in the chat. She's going 60 weeks. Sorry, girl.
Yeah. like
I don't want to shortchange you.
Mike, I got another person. I got another inquiry about footage. So I think I'm going to talk to them and say that they should probably highlight some of these people that I'm talking about.
Are you going to talk about what happened with that footage? Or are you just going to let it go?
But no,
All right. All right.
they want to buy my footage.
All right. Yeah, there you go. You said it, not me. Yeah. So Tom is Tom's footage that he sent in a while ago to these people, undisclosed. They ended up buying some of his footage. So Tom, good job, buddy. Not that you're here to make money off of it. You had no idea that you
Nope.
were going to make money off of it. It was just that Tom
Nope.
had footage that no one else had. That's why he was there every day, and it ended up working out this way. And it's not a lot of money, you know.
And you know what?
What?
I got another email inquiring. So I think
Right.
I'm gonna respond with something along the lines that they have to highlight X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, well, there's a story within inside the story, kind of, you know.
But
Yeah,
that's getting lost.
yeah, because this is like a trial on Twitter too. It's not just like the trial on the mainstream media in the papers. This is a trial by Twitter, and everybody's got their opinion. If they don't agree with you, they go about it a different way, either by doxing you or digging into your family lives or whatever they try to do. And it's interesting. It's interesting that this is the world that we live in. That you can't have anything private in your world, in your life, that can't be found out about you.
No, and that's the world we live in. But
It
Mike,
is. That's why I say it's a trial within the trial.
yeah, but the facts are the facts, right?
Yeah.
So if what people see with their own eyes, right? No one's gonna say anyone that tells you that what you saw is wrong, or what giving you a different narrative. Be leery. Trust your own eyes. That's all I gotta say.
That's why when we first got together, I don't know if you remember, you probably remember when I said you are memorialized in history. No, like nobody else has ever had. Because if you go look back at other old documentaries, there's nothing like what Tom has, right? There's nothing like that.
And Mike, there's nothing like Jess, and there's nothing like Esty. Like there's nothing like that.
Right.
Granted, I'm capturing it all. Look at and showing everybody. Look at this. Look at what she's doing. Look at this. Look at that. I'm just showing people. I'm showing people what they're doing.
You did it without even knowing that it was going to go this way.
No, I had no idea.
You had
no
clue.
idea.
No, and you still didn't have any. You still didn't have any clue that you were going to use anything until a little while ago.
Right.
So I mean, it wasn't like he stopped and said, "Well, I'm gonna make some money. I'm not gonna keep on doing this." No, it was just the opposite. He had no idea if you were going to use any of it. They wanted to look at it first.
Yeah.
And of course, it was just all pictures of me that they wanted, so that's kind of cool.
But again, right? We have the ability, Mike, to show the world, right, at what's actually happening with Karen and John. Like we can, like, just the judge alone, Mike. Just the judge alone. All these other lawyers are saying this is not right. So it's got everybody's attention. There was a time when we were begging, look at this, look at this, look at this. Remember?
Yeah.
Now look at it. It turned into an animal.
It's
right.
It's captured the country, dude. It's captured the whole world, man. It's,
and it started with all of us, right? We're all doing protests, standouts, letters, friggin' Nick got a billboard, got a truck driving around.
I had no idea, Tom, that what you started and standing out in Stoughton in the cold and it would ever go this way. You know, we were just we knew there was something bad and there was it smelled like it smelled rotten to the core and that's why we just hung out and we couldn't believe what was unfolding in front of us. But better yet, you were capturing it every day.
Right.
You were capturing raw emotions from people coming out of the court, going to the court, all the people watching it, and then it just went from there, man. You got some good stuff, man.
I'll never forget Nick Rocco. We needed money for stuff. I think it was for the billboard or the sign truck, one of them.
Yeah, it was.
We raised $5,000 in like no time, in like an hour.
I remember that.
something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we all chipped in and we raised that much money. I think it was the sign truck. We needed $5,000. Or
I
maybe
know
it was the billboard. Maybe it was the billboard. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about QR. I brought the idea about a QR code.
Yep.
And he put it on the fucking billboard.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the people that owned the billboard gave him a real good deal and said, well, we don't have anybody else that wants to use it, so we're going to keep it up there.
Again, blessed, right? He got the right person, spoke to the people, and made their own mind up. They see it.
Yeah, even Rich Schiffler with his sign out in front of 138 made a difference, you know?
Oh, he won, by the way. He got dinner with Karen. Good for him.
Rich Schiffler won, did he? Really?
Yeah, he won.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I don't want to say that he kind of earned it, but the guys put some blood, sweat, and tears into this one. He kind of earned it, like big time.
He's going to be a good person to have dinner with.
Yeah.
Imagine him with a couple of drinks in him, having a good
time. They're going to laugh. Oh my God, the fun they're going to have. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I would love to be a fly on the wall listening to that conversation.
No shit, he's a funny guy.
Yeah,
he's going to have, listen, he's going to have a good time, and Karen's going to have, right? And that's kind of important, right? So I'm glad she's able to be sitting down with Rich. That's a good thing. I would have picked him.
Here's the other thing. It's like, he can talk about his own experiences going through Canton and what he had to go through. You know, with the whole Duckies. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? Right. So it was a blind draw. It wasn't like they picked him. It was a blind draw, right?
No, he did the wheel. That whole wheel, the computerized wheels, random.
Yeah. Right. So it's not like he
no, you can't, it's not influenceable. You can't influence the outcome. Once you put the name in, go.
Yeah. Rich is a single guy. I'm sure he's got a lot of friends that want to go with him because he's got a +1.
Oh yeah.
And that's the 7th. That's coming up. That's this Friday. It's Friday night, man.
Yep.
So and they're going to be at some steakhouse probably in the city. That's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good time. Yeah.
No doubt. That's awesome.
I can't believe he did it. That's fucking Rich. He's the man.
Yeah.
I know he's been radio silent though. I mean, I haven't heard anything about what's going on with him. So I guess he's just keeping a low profile.
I'm sure after this whole thing, he probably took a couple weeks to like just kind of decompress and let it get out of his system. I mean, that was a lot of bullshit they put him through, you know?
Yeah.
And to have it all finally over, then hey, giddy up. Right.
I mean, I'm happy for us. Like of all the people, we know him. You've covered the story. You covered the story. You know what kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
Bradle knows him. Turtle Boy knows him. And then so and he's local. He had a problem with the Canton PD. So just talking to Alan Jackson about what happened to him will be a good feedback for Alan.
Yeah.
Because this Canton is broken, man. I don't care what people think or don't know or want to know. If you watched NBCN last week, they had an interview with people in the Shell's parking lot, and they were older gentlemen that they were asking.
I know. Yeah. They even know.
They were like, yeah, it's hard to even talk about it if you're out to dinner with your wife. You don't know who's sitting next to you. It's just that's how it really is here. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, other than I'm sorry, and it shouldn't be that way. I don't know what to say, guy.
Well, I think this. I think that Canton won't start healing until this trial is over.
Oh, I don't see how it can.
Right.
No way. And guess what? If it's found out that anything that we know of as corruption, if that gets prosecuted in itself, it's a whole different game now. Yeah. Now you need to have Canton police that are complicit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the Matthew Farwell on the 4th is going to be interesting. Now, just so you know, the 4th is tomorrow.
Yep. And that's the anniversary. Well,
at the Moakley building, okay? That's the same day that Sandra was found.
Yep.
It's the same day that his son was born. So it's just
damn.
Horrible.
That blow your mind, guys. Wow.
So-
I freaking can't with that.
And what my problem is that they've delayed it 3 times to get to the state, and now we have a new U.S. Attorney General. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to be able to see this person stand up on the podium and talk about what's going on. So yeah, that's my opinion, and I'm not the only one saying this, and I'm glad that everybody that's doing standouts now is doing it in front of the Canton Police Department, because that is the epicenter of where everything started. Okay.
Yep. It's still there. It still is, Mike. It still is.
Right. That, and even with the Farwell case, Canton police were complicit in that whole thing. Okay.
Yep.
Even though she was involved with a Stoughton police officer, it happened in Canton, and then our Canton police discovered her and then called in the state police, and now we have the same characters involved with Miss Sandra Birchmore and a run-board child and Officer John O'Keefe. So with the smoke, there's fire, so to speak. And so, and a lot of deletions, and now we're having experts that went through trial 1 that have sharpened and honed their skills and are ready to roll and are more prepared now than they ever have been. And I hope the prosecution's ready for this stuff, because I tell you what, man, the way I'm feeling it, I think with Robert Orlisi coming in, it's over.
He's the guy too, right? I mean,
I think Hank is starting to figure this out, going, yeah, this is not going to go the way I thought it goes. And Hank's contract is up in June, so he's got April, May, June.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's probably why Bev's pushing it,
right?
Because they probably can't spend any more money.
So I was watching this documentary on O.J. Simpson. So do you know that trial went for 9 months?
Was that long?
Yep, and they were sequestered for 9 months.
Jesus.
Do you know how long it took them to come up with a verdict?
Yeah, 2 hours, something like that, right?
4 hours.
Yeah, it was quick.
So they had 10 months of testimony, and in 4 hours, they had a not guilty. And the first one came back 10-2.
Really?
Yes. Yep. And then within an hour and a half, they had a unanimous. Yep. So it's on Netflix. It's a 4-part series about OJ, which is pretty interesting, because you're thinking the whole time he's guilty, right? But then it gets down to the jury, and the way they picked the jury, they knew that mothers of colored men would be the best ones that they could have, and didn't they get them on the jury?
Right.
And I think Marsha Clark, and if she could do it over again, would probably do it over again. But
they were, Marsha Clark and the other guy were hooking up.
Probably, and then
they got married after the trial, Mike.
Then to get Furman to be dirty was huge.
Gee, kind of like Proctor.
So yeah, that's my point. So they had Furman. They walked Athlete Bailey walked Furman down the line of no, I've never said anything like that in my life to anybody, and they had him on tape saying it. You know what I mean? They had people saying that he heard him say it. So after he's undeniably, I've never said those words in my life, blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden bring this witness up, and he was done. It was over. So that's
I remember that. That was bad.
That's kind of like the Mike Proctor whole thing about this whole thing, okay? So people want to know what we're looking at. It's Paul O'Keefe's crotch is what we're looking at right now, folks.
What is it?
People want you to turn your camera.
Oh, the camera's nothing. I just pretty much shut it off.
You put, I don't know what you want to put.
I'm just driving right now, so I just put the camera down.
Oh, okay.
So,
they don't know what they're looking at.
So, all right. I'm almost at the doctor's.
All right, man. I'll let you go, then I'll just sign off.
All right, bud.
I'll talk to you. Hopefully he's all right. Tommy's going to be okay. I don't know what the doctor's for, but yeah. Yeah, so going back to the OJ trial thing, if you're going to watch something, it's only 4 parts, but You got to remember it happened right after the beating of the black gentleman by the LAPD too, and the OJ trial happened 2 years later, and LA was walking on eggshells. And then when you had Furman, you know, compromise because he did say those words, and he's actually in the documentary, by the way, so it's good to hear his voice. Yeah, Mac. Yeah, it was pretty good. And but man, what a trial! Like 10 months of testimony, and they found him not guilty in 4 hours. But they were sequestered, so like they couldn't see their family, they couldn't do nothing. So and she basically said that they had a juror on it that said, "Yeah, we just wanted to get home." So, you know, the longer the trial, you know, basically when they had Furman dead to rights, and then you had some of the best attorneys in the world. Yeah, you watched the whole thing. Yeah, it was an incredible trial, and it doesn't remind me of the Karen Reed trial, but they basically said that Furman planted the evidence, you know, against OJ. He took it, and they could put the timeline together that he could have done it. So if they had that, and all of a sudden they compromised him with being a racist, it was over. It was over. Then you had a young technician that was taking all the photos and everything like that. It was, and they took that guy apart. You know, why'd you move this? Well, I never moved it. Next picture, they show the thing moved. It was just like, it was bad. It was, hey, Carla, thank you for the $10. Why are the people upset about money? I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about. Money. Oh, do you know about Tom's thing? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, the Cato being the, you know, living in the house. You know, basically he said the reason why I thought somebody came by my, the house or the bungalow is because you see that picture over there? It was tilted. You know, so you heard something hit the house and the picture moved. It was weird. And the way that he was named Cato, he was named after the dog. They got a dog named Cato, so they decided naming him Cato. It was crazy. So yeah, if you get a chance to watch it, yeah, check it out. It's not that bad. I mean, you kind of go back in history. You kind of like, I know it was one of those times in history I just knew where I was when the not guilty came across. And again, it came right after the trial for Olivia was awesome too. That happened right here in Boston. Yeah, right after the beating of I can't believe I can fit the gentleman's name, but the LAPD when they first got caught on film beating that guy to holy heck. And then you if I can tell you this, if OJ was found guilty, I think LA would have burned to the ground that day. I really do, because you can, even through the documentary, you can feel the tension of people. Like they had hundreds of people outside. You want to talk about being inside a courtroom, and you know, without a buffer zone, you had all different. You know, you had the Goldmans, you had the OJ Simpsons, friends and family out there. You had a black community, a white. Rodney King is the person that was beat. Sorry, and then you had the black and white community involved, and then you know the cops. You know, pro cop, and they're out there, and it was just a melting pot of people that had all this tension from the Rodney King beating 2 years earlier. And you can see if he was found guilty, it was going to be a shit show. It was going to be a shit show. If the dog bite, you must have. Yeah, if that's Glenn. I say, man, if that's a dog bite, John was in the house, man. It's. You know, the 227 Google search happened. I mean, she had 4,500 searches that year, whatever it was, and only one was deleted. And guess which one it was? How long dying cold. Yeah. And you know, the thing about Bev not even having a Dobbart hearing now with Richie Green just tells you that there's no need for it. She knows he's more than qualified. And that made me feel good. That was a big win. So yeah, there's a lot happening. So tomorrow you have the Farwell hearing at the Moakley building. Hopefully we can get, maybe SD will go over there. Maybe we can get her a link, see what's going on. You know, there's going to be reporters everywhere. I think Turtle Boy, if he actually wanted to go with his press pass, might be able to go. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's good. I don't know. I just thought of that. So I want to know what's going on with that, because these two cases have the same players, and they all have everything to lose right now, because you got Garino that missed all those 32,000 texts between those guys, Farwell and Sandra. And then you have, for some reason, he couldn't find how long to die in the cold, or if he did, he manipulated it. So Garino, I can't say enough about how important he played a role in this, because, you know, the phones today put people in jail, right? You look at Walsh, right? It's the 10th. It got postponed. It's 10. So it's not tomorrow. They moved to the 10th. You're talking about Proctor. Okay. They moved it from the 4th. Okay. Tomorrow. Okay. Thanks, man. Well, I had it written down as the 4th, so I apologize. So, yeah. Garino just killed me. I know. How classic was that? Hot mic, you know? It's not tomorrow. It's the 10th. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Thanks for telling me. I'll let Tom. Hopefully, Tom knows when SC knows. I don't know. So we don't have to run over there. So on the 5th, we have the Commonwealth to file a certificate of compliance. I just think that's a sending in of a document. I don't think it's actually. And then on the 6th, there's a motion hearing. So there's a hearing on the 6th of February. Okay. So, yeah. Brendan's not looking too good up there, folks. I just, no, Mike, no, Mike, you're, okay. I'm a hot Mike. Yeah. Okay. That was quick. That was good, Glenn. That was cool. That was quick. Knick-knack, good morning. Yeah. But I can't wait to see what happens with this. So it's interesting. So the 10th, is that the same time Proctor's got his scheduled hearing too, guys? 5-year anniversary. Join our Facebook page. Yep, thanks, Sammy. Yeah, so Proctor's due on the 10th as well. Whoa, this is like all lining up. Let me see what we got here. Does anybody know in the wait a minute? So good sis, I had it right. I just got switched. So it's tomorrow. You guys are killing me. So Proctor's the 10th and Farwell's tomorrow. Am I right? You guys are crushing me. Well, if not, I'll put it on X today if it's a change. As far as I know, it was. I feel like it was good to go in terms of tomorrow's the 4th, and it was all like, because I just remember it was so dramatic in terms of the dates aligning. Wow, it's so the Herald just posted something about the judge rules reported does not have to hand over notes. Another L for the hanky tank. Cool. Oh, sweatshirts are in. Okay, cool. Yeah, so okay, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to find the date for tomorrow's hearing. So anybody in the chat, so they're both on the 10th. Okay, good citizen. All right, so okay, cool. All right, awesome. Someone, thank you. So that was definitely canceled for the 4th. So that's like the 4th or 3rd time that they've moved that hearing. I just, something's up with that, right? I mean, that doesn't happen unless they're negotiating, right? In my opinion, I don't know. I just something's not right. And if I was involved with that case, the Cinder Birchwood case, and you have someone like that's behind prison bars right now in a federal pen that's looking at life, death penalty. Yeah. You're right. 1 in 4,560 was the only one was deleted of all the searches. I never delete searches. So you're right. Why delete that one? Right, and then open up allegedly Google it at 6 o'clock in the morning, to try to, and around, like, if you look at the last couple of digits of the time, I don't know if she was trying to get it around the same time that she had Googled it at 2:27. I think Turtle Boy might have mentioned that, or a question was mentioned in one of his shows about that. But that was interesting to come back to. It was interesting. Yeah, so there's an article about, which is good for all reporters, by the way, not handing over our notes. That's First Amendment, man. If you don't have a journalist right, or privacy, so to speak, or protection, then everything can be hushed down. Everything can be done. Yeah, Jay and Hall, trial 4 is amazing. It shows you how corrupt the Boston PD really is, man. Yeah, this kid had nothing to do with anything. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and the wrong color. Believe it or not, I hate to say it that way, but yeah, I remember when it happened, man. Officer Mulligan. Yep. He wasn't the guy everybody thought he was, right? Oh yeah, so there it is. The upcoming schedule report. 51 minutes ago. That's the same one I have right there. So there it is. If you look at Free Karen Reed, if you follow her, she just posted the same thing that I have, and you can just print it out because there's a lot of things going on for filing, and Beverly Cannoni really wants this trial to start on the 1st of April. I can tell you that. So this is interesting. I know I've heard some chatter about this thing might not even make it to court. Yeah. Other than that, the weekend was pretty good. I got a lot of sleep. Like Saturday, I slept all day. I don't know why. But today it's snow. Do you think we have to shovel the snow today? I live in Canton, so I looks like there's like 2 inches out there maybe. So if there's 2 inches of snow right now, and I was driving by at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was wide open like that, there's no way you would have missed John. No. Oh, okay. Can't start the trial with the SJC decision. And I think that's coming up soon, right? Chicken Palm? Yeah. Okay, cool. That would be on. What's her reason to be so set with this? I don't know. It's like she wants it started on the 1st. It's like, I don't know why. Oh yeah, Jesus. Like I really believe if with Dr. Maria Russell this time around, her confidence has gone so far up, because the first time she did it was her first time ever testifying, and they were trying to confuse the shit out of her. Well, shame on you the first time, but shame on me the second time. It's not going to happen this time. She's ready to go. And the way she handled Hank, I was impressed, man. And then now you have, you just have Richard Green filing affidavits about what he can do, what he can't do, why he came up with what he can. Just in reading those, he didn't have to be there. I thought he was going to have to be there. She's going to let him in, right? He gets denied. And then now you have to get Voss's records he wanted, the notes on the interview, denied. So what is he? Is that over 5? Is that what he's at right now? Anybody keeping score? I know people keep score with that. But it's I hate to keep seeing. I'm waiting for the rug pull, like like everything's going our way. It's perfect, and all of a sudden, oh, didn't see that one. But these guys have got to be able to see what's going to happen. And I love how Yannetti's blocking Paul O'Keefe from staring down everybody. And I can't believe we're going to be in the small trial on the small room again. They should actually fix the original one, right? Yeah. So yeah, be thankful for the win so far. Yeah, you're right. It could be going sideways for us right now. We could be going, why is she doing that? Unless the new administration, the newest Attorney General, Republican, I don't know. It's a lot of things that line up, a lot of things you have to take into consideration, but I think this runs really deep. I don't think this town will heal until this trial's over. You know, I think there's people trying to push the narrative of let's heal. I'm all for it, man. Let's do it. But personally, I have to wait till this. I have to see what I have to wait to see what happens. I know we have an election coming up in Canton to remove John Connolly and take his seat. I'm all for it. All for it. I did pull my papers, and that's as far as I got. Hey, good morning, Amy. I'm glad you're feeling better. I posted the spreadsheet that Tommy was talking about this morning that I had up. It's in a thread with Justice Majon O'Keefe. Okay, if you guys want to find that one, and there is a Justice Majon O'Keefe posted a call, the 6:26 a.m. call to the police that was saying it was 32 Fairview, not it should have been 34. And do you realize that Sarah actually wrote 35 Fairview in his report? That's another thing. Like, this is like, what is this, writing reports 101? I know, Jess, I know. We're getting a lot of pushback on that a little bit, though, which I don't mind. You know, about running, I can go either way about it. John, I think there's somebody I think that's somebody more qualified than I am. You know, it's really what it came down to. I just wanted to make sure that we had somebody running, is why I pulled the papers. I know everybody was saying the whole sign for me. You know, I appreciate that, but it's a lot of work too. You know, it's not something you just run in and I can change the world kind of thing. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of time. So I'll, you know, put some thought into it. So we'll see what happens. I know some other people mentioned that I had pulled papers. I don't really mind. I don't care if people know. You know, it's not a big deal. I don't have to turn them in. You know, but yeah, the audit's still going on. So there's so much going on in this town. Like, you have allegedly officers that are compromised. You have firefighters that are leaving the department. You know, not all went to Brockton. Allegedly, someone's not back to work yet because of PTSD, which I totally understand. I totally understand. You know, to be put, and then, you know, you have people that were told to put a D in it, you know, because if they talked, they knew too much. But you have to understand, you guys, I know I do. I know I know all that stuff too. But I want to meet the other. I want to meet the other candidate too. Like, what was Canton like before January 29th, 2022? It's a great question. I really didn't pay attention. I was in my own little world, man. You know, I was doing my thing, but I'm sure it was still running the way it's running today. I know I qualified. Yeah, I get all that. If Chris Albert can do it, I know I can do it. So people are thinking that he's gonna have to step down because he's not living in Canton anymore. So there might be another seat opening up, which will be a whole different run for a seat. So that's another idea. But again, it's going to come down to a lot of energy. I travel a lot on vacations and stuff, and I don't know what kind of effect that'll be. Like, I go away for a month at a time and all kinds of stupid things. And so I don't want to affect my personal life so much. But if I do this, I'm not going to do anything half-assed. And you know, I have a wife and family and relatives and stuff that you know. I have relatives that live in Quincy. My mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, they all live in Canton. You know, so I hear it all. You know, their lifetime is here. So yeah, I married into Canton. I've been here I've been here like 12 years, 13 years. Yeah, Jessica, man, you come up with some good stuff today, man. That's what. Right. You know, the one thing that bothers me is that they have that goddamn Narcan down at the goddamn field, down the street, down by off of Bolivar at the ball field where the kids' playground is. They have a Narcan stand right there. You can just pull open and grab Narcan for people that OD. That bothers the fuck out of me, man. I'll never forget that. Like, who decided on that? Like, who decided to put Narcan? And yeah, it'll be remote, you know. But who decided to put Narcan on the fields? Like, what are you doing? There's kids down there every day playing on the playground with moms and dads, and they walk by this Narcan container. You know, are people like doing drugs in the parking lot down there? And if so, why don't we have a police officer down there patrolling? I don't know. Just things I think about. But I don't know. I'm running solo here today, so yeah. I guess I heard that they're going to be back after March is when this is up. This, you know, they're using this Zooming under the guise of the COVID restrictions. So that's fucking stupid, man. I mean, I don't know how many people are in the chat are from Canton. I mean, I get a lot of support, but the only ones that can vote from Canton. Now, John Conley's been there for 30 some odd years. 30 years, man. That's like Mike. So he's been doing the same thing Mike Morrissey's been doing. You know, so I made a good point. You know, we had Reebok in town, and they pulled up out of here, right? That was a good taxpaying company. We're going to be losing the hospital, it looks like. You know, the Pappas Hospital is getting moved out of here. That's another big deal. You know, we've had you know, several instances where the police were involved in certain situations, whether it be a death, you know, an accident, a beating, that a suspect, you know. So yeah, it's just odd things in town that you're just not. Yeah, okay. So just if not me, who, right? That's how I look at it. Like, if not when, now. So that's the kind of guy I am, like, charge. But it's politics, man. You know. Hingham, I loved Hingham. I worked at Hingham for like 15 years, man. I love Hingham. I lived there actually too. I lived there for like 6 years, I think. Yeah. I loved it. Loved Hingham. A lot of money, man. Fuck you money. But yeah, does it cure heart attacks? Right? I don't know. You know, and I know there's a lot of liberal people out there that have lost friends to this stuff, and I understand it. But I tell you, I don't know anybody in Canton that's OD'd on Narcan. I don't know. And to put it at a children's play, I mean, it's literally 20 yards from a slide area with this kid, and it's like it's put on a pole where a kid that's like 5 or 6 years old can open the container. It's not like put up high where, you know, an adult would have to grab it. It's down low because they put it on a short pole. I mean, it just, you got to go check it out. It's right across the street from the Springdale Variety. I mean, you pull in the parking lot, it's right on your left-hand side. I took a video of it one time, and I put it up, and it was like, and a lot of people called the person that put him up. I forget the name of the girl that. Jesus, what's she called? The health inspector or something like that? Yeah, if it's for opiates, right? Yeah. The has-been, no, well, that's where the has-been over. So is that where in that park? I'm not sure. Like, 'cause I used to live right there at 486 Ballard Street, across the street from the park, for a couple of years, and I've never seen anybody going in out of an ambulance or anything like that. The only thing happened there was they had med flights in that field. So I don't know. I bet the family worked for it to be there. Oh, I don't know. I just think there would be a better place. I don't know if anybody was actually. I know there's an apartment building across the street, but I mean, there's nothing going on. I know who it is. Okay. I just think like, can you have one at the police station? Could you have another one at a fire department, maybe, or downtown? I mean, is there one down in the middle of town somewhere, like maybe in a Walgreens parking lot? I don't know. But they put them in a ball field where there's literally a brand new playground, and the kid would have been 29. I don't know. So you lost one kid there. It happened there. See, I don't know if it happened there or not. I mean, that sucks. It really does, man. But I just think the position of it, where the height level is so low that literally a 3-year-old can walk up and pull something out of there, and it's not locked. There's no lock on it. So it's fucking crazy. All right. It shouldn't be accidental. Yeah, Sammy, that's what I agree with. It shouldn't have it that low where I'm literally, because there's children all around it. And if you haven't seen it yet and you live in Canton, go down there and take a picture of it. It's literally 3 feet off the ground. And I don't know, you know. They don't want to harm. Okay, so if you're not on opiates, what if you take one? What if a kid grabs one and sticks himself with it? He's not going to die or anything, right? I don't know anything about this stuff, but it just looks bad, right? We're supposed to be. I don't know. I guess we'd have to look and see with the fire department or how many opiate overdoses we have. I know we're getting way off track here, but stop doing drugs. I know it's not easy. It goes through the nose. Okay, I have no idea. Junkie. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, if you hit somebody with that stuff and the person comes to, they're straight now, and they're upset that you did that to them because no longer are they in that high or whatever it is. I don't know. You can dispose of the RH police department will not be able to get Narcan, right? I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for him. I heard that there was a new drug released over the weekend though for pain medicine that's not addictive and doesn't have opium in it. So there's a start, right? There's a start. Well, anyways, good conversation today, guys. It's I did 2 hours, man. Jesus, Tom's gonna. This was 7 years clean. Wow, good job, man. Yeah, and I know it's tough, man. It can be tough to do. Price in Denver. What are you talking about? Are you shitting me? Holy shit! Holy shit, Donovan! Wow. Like is that like an area where they like allow you to do drugs? Like they have a mass cast? Because that's crazy. Kelly's nice. 7 months sober in May. All right, man. Going on 3 years, man. Right. Cool. But yeah, I don't know if that's alcohol or whatever. I really don't care. An addiction is an addiction, right? It doesn't matter what it is. It could be gambling, sex, drugs, or fucking whatever. So everybody's got their own stories. So if I am I wrong by saying that it shouldn't be there? You think? I don't know. I want people to live, obviously, but I just also don't want anybody to get hurt by it. Or is it in the wrong location? But I don't know. Okay, all right. But I guess my mind is thinking, okay, if I'm a mom with a young kid or a couple of young kids, okay, yeah, Sammy, thank you. I just think it should be up higher then from where it is. Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Smoke the weed and be free. Yeah, that's right, man. Cannabis. Yep. Yeah, and if you do use that stuff, I don't judge. Go get one and keep it in your car, right? You take one and just put it away. It's cool. All right, man. Well, we talked about a lot this morning. Giving you challenges. Guess who used to work? It was certainly named by both. Oh, I don't know, man. Someone's asking me a question. Sorry, guys. But I guess yeah. The other thing too is that um, the kid's not asking what it is, right? Parents don't want to be put in a position unless they want to teach them. I don't know, man. I don't know what the right thing to do is. I just don't think that having it that low should be that low. So okay, tell them they have crack pipes, clean needles, knock in, lighter, Perlo. They still wow, it's that bad out there, huh? That's horrible, Donovan. It's horrible. Well, I hope everybody gets the help they can, and for those of you that are going through it every day, man, one day at a time, keep going. My dad definitely I had alcoholism all through my family. Yeah, that's why I think I don't drink. I saw what it did to my family. My uncle came back from Vietnam, never the same. Never the same. He killed himself in a bottle. I remember working for him in the summertime, putting fences in, and he'd show up at 7 a.m. with a warm 6-pack of beer ready to go every single fucking day. And then my dad as well. My dad was an alcoholic, and then he got sober for a while, and then eventually went back to it. It ended up killing him. Yeah. So to watch it, 3 parents, scared me, and I so easily could have went down that path when I was younger. I loved to drink. I would drink Amstel Lights till the fucking sun came up. No problem. But I figured it out. Yeah. Yep. It's everywhere, man. And I think back in that generation, people that were younger in the 50s, it was I think of it like the people that come back from World War II or Vietnam. That was like when they had VAs or VFWs. That was like their go-to to get their problem solved, and just drink it away. And that was like the acceptable thing to do. I'd rather go see a therapist. Go to therapy. And if you're involved with an AA, then go to an AA. But if AA is not working for you, go see a therapist. I don't know. I don't have the answers, but my kids work at Black Rock Country Club and hang on. They got a lot of parks and stuff, and a ton of land full of dogs. I played Black Rock a bunch of times. My boss used to live there. Yeah. I've been to many, 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 many functions at Black Rock. Place is well put together. 110 bunkers, by the way, at Black Rock. You're playing in a nice place when you get Titleist for free here on the driving range, okay? All right. Well, it's 9:14. I got to go shovel the driveway, I think. All right. My daughter's downstairs. Your mom's in heaven right now. I have forgiven her because she was very, very sick with him. Yeah. I think demons have a lot to do with it. Personal struggles of what you've been through. Like, okay, let's just back this up a little bit and talk about the trial. How many people were going to be affected, mentally, about however way this turns out? People that were involved with it and finally get caught. What's going to happen to their family? What are their struggles going to be like? It's going to be. It takes its toll, man. It's if you don't get, mental health is very important. I'm a big Wampatuck. Yeah. It's a beautiful place. Mental health is probably one of the strongest things you can do for yourself. I've been seeing a therapist like 7 years now, 8 years, just because of, my wife talked me into it. And I'm like, I never thought of it. I was going. My dad was dying, my mom died, whatever, and going through it, and then decided to go, and it changed my life. Yeah. Not that it made me quit anything or do anything, but just to talk. Just like, I'll give it this way: if I was going to talk about it with anybody, I used to be at a bar room talking to a couple of guys at the bar, right? Now I'm talking to somebody that's certified clinically, and they're telling me exactly what to do and what to think. And it's a big reassurance. Yeah, it's a big reassurance to knowing that you were told to think this certain way or what you were doing is the right thing, instead of having your bar friend or your friend that you play golf with in a golf cart tell you, what are you doing? Don't, blah, 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 blah. I learned that going to a therapist and a psychologist was the right thing to do. So yeah. Jessica's saying if anybody needs to, yeah. If anybody needs to struggle, man, reach out. We're all here. Send us a tweet, do anything. Yeah, Gail, no problem. Simon and today, yeah, because Tom quit. Yeah, I did it Friday too. I got this thing down. I'm getting better. But hey, thanks for all the contributions to keep the channel going today. Everybody kind of look inside themselves if you can today. Get a big month coming up. I don't want to see anybody yelling at anybody online and hurting people. We all have enough hate already, right? Or problems you want to say. Just look inside yourself, man. Do the right thing. Always do the right thing. And even when no one's looking, that's when you feel the best. When you can help somebody and you don't even tell anybody you're helping somebody and you just get it done. Those are the best kind. And don't have to get acknowledged for it. Yeah, we need to stay focused at the task at hand. Yeah, it's right. Tom, exactly right, Jessica. Tom's boots on the ground and I'm boots on the internet, man. I'm all over X. I don't do Facebook, but yeah, Products 840 is my handle. So check it out. We got a big week coming up. We'll be back on in the morning tomorrow morning. Like, did you think an arcane was a big shot like in pulpit? Yeah, like that. Like I thought it was like a big right in the chest. I think that's adrenaline. I think they put there now. But yeah, I know nothing about that stuff. So yeah, I'm fortunate that I wasn't around when I was going through schools and stuff like that. So who knows what would have happened? Because everybody thinks they can take a pill nowadays and make the world change, and it's not the truth. It takes work. And so I don't know these words for my yeah. You gotta stay busy and surround yourself with people that are doing the same thing that you are. Like trying to stay the way you are. And I used to say to young kids all the time, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So like who you hang around with dictates what you're gonna be like. So if you hang around with A+ students all the time and you're like a C student, you're eventually just going to get better because you're going to watch the habits that they have and what their schedules are like, and they'll help you as long as they see you involved. But if you hang around with people that are doing bad things, you're going to end up the same way. Just the way the world works, man. I'll start with no meds can change you. You can only cheat. Yeah, you're right, man. Remember that. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. I used to tell that to all the young kids, and if you're hanging around people that are breaking into cars and, skipping school, if you think your kid's not doing it the same way, then you might not want to have a talk with them. All right. I'm out. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you in the morning. Hope the show went good. I know it went a little deeper today. I got deep with you guys. All right. I'm out.